I just got home from Austin, Texas, where I drove the new 2026 Hyundai Palisade Hybrid. It very well could be the best SUV I've tested this year. Really impressive fuel economy, but more so impressive is just how freaking quiet the SUV is, how spacious it is for families, how amazing it looks on the outside and the inside. Like, it is an absolute grand slam home run, the Palisade Hybrid. But the elephant in the room is saying, hey, there's also a clone to this mechanically, and that is the Kia Telluride, and it just has been revealed. The Kia Telluride and the Hyundai Palisade both sell over 100,000 units per year. They have both gotten bigger with this newest generation, but the Telluride has just been revealed ahead of the LA Auto Show. We'll get more information at the LA Auto Show. If you guys want me to cover that, I'm not going to the show this year. Just got back from Japan, Austin. It's just too much traveling. Anyways, if you want me to cover the updated details we get in a couple of weeks from LA Auto Show, I can do that for you. But what we're doing in today's video is comparing the two brothers side by side. We have the new Telluride up top, which has grown just like the Palisade. So more interior space, longer wheelbase, like just a couple inches longer as well. You're going to have a V6 with an 8-speed auto or a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder turbo hybrid with mechanical all-wheel drive as an option. The hybrid, in my opinion, is the way to go. That's just me. It's crazy how smooth, quiet, efficient, powerful, etc. it is. And the V6 is already great. Okay, so the V6 is no slouch. It's a really well executed SUV, mainstream and luxury. But if you guys equip these things to the max, it pretty much, or should I say, at least for the Palisade Hybrid, it's better than an MDX, it's better than a QX60, it's better than a Lexus TX Hybrid. It is incredible. Watch my 40+ minute drive impressions on the Palisade Hybrid if you missed it. Okay, the new Telluride is going to be just as good. That's the crazy thing. You have your choice of exterior styling and interior execution in terms of layout. But let's get into first the exterior styling. Now, so down below, I just want to show you that they've kept the amber daytime running lights, which was a staple with the pre-refresh. With the post-refresh, they got rid of half of the amber daytime running lights. So it is, in my opinion, a good continuation what we have now. Here's the thing, is that I think the front end of the outgoing Telluride, they're the same vehicle. I think that the outgoing front end looks better. Let me know if you guys agree with that. Do you think the outgoing's front end, the Tiger Nose grille, looks a little bit cleaner, a little bit more minimal? Now, I do like the front end's headlights here, but I don't know if it's enough to impress me. Now, I want to take a look at the Telluride right here. This is an X Pro. And let me show you like an SX Prestige X Pro model. They got recovery points in here. And I changed the color so you guys can get a better idea of just the overall front end of the SX Prestige model. I guess, gosh, it's crushing me. The SX Prestige X Pro, like Kia, you can do better with the naming of these things. So the recovery hooks are great. I have no problem with that. It's just all this matte plastic up front is ugly. At least we have more paint here on the outgoing model. So it just looks unfinished to me. Let me know if you guys agree. I don't know how much I'm a fan of the X Pro front end. I think that the standard Telluride here looks better, but still there's a lot of like matte plastic here that I hope in other trim levels could be colored. But real quick from the side, look how much different these cars are from each other. We have what looks like a more, I mean, almost from the side, it looks like a longer Honda Pilot. And that's not a jab. The Honda Pilot's okay looking. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay, but you can tell it's very, I don't know, mainstream crossover. Look at these lines. You either are going to love it or hate it. I am a sucker for these lines. I think it looks amazing. From the side, from the back, I think this actually might look a little bit better than the Palisade. All right. But again, we'll compare to the Palisade here in a little bit. Let's look at the back of the truck. It's not really a truck, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I was never a fan of these kind of soft, rounded taillights here. This looks so good. This, like, why does the back end look so good, but the front end looks so unfinished, or it just doesn't look right? The back end of this looks so premium, so upscale, so Range Rover. It looks amazing. And that's like the thing here. And we'll talk about this with the Palisade. Let me bring the Palisade back up. The Palisade does a lot of things right. I wish the Palisade just didn't have like the weird daytime running lights that cut in. If they stayed just vertical, I think it would have been a cleaner design, but they decided to flow in here and it just looks a little overstyled. But I do love the grille design here. And maybe I shouldn't be looking at the the SX model. I can't get it right. X Pro model. I should be looking at this model here because this is the more mainstream model, or should I say the non-off-roading focus model, because we're not looking at the XRT Pro version down here. I know it's confusing. It is what it is, but this looks like a nicer front end than the Kia Telluride. The Palisade has the wind on the front, but what about the side? Okay, I know it's not apples to oranges here because the car is facing the other way, but you guys, I think, get the picture here. They have such a similar roof line. They're like, again, they're underneath, they're the same vehicle. So the A-pillars are very similar between the two. The roof line, gosh, the Kia looks so good from the side. Why is the front end so questionable? Look at this. I mean, the Palisade looks great from the side. Okay, it looks fine. They have these interesting notches on the side of the new Telluride, and I just like how they've made it. They've made this more upright looking, and it's because like this window trim that is on the top of each window does not look very good in my opinion. You can even see right here, like it's just not properly aligned. It's hard to do that. At least on a mainstream model, it's hard to get that sort of like attention to detail just perfect. But I know we're looking at a render up top in an actual production model. Notice how the door handles also suck into the body here. That is standard on the new Telluride. The Palisade has traditional door handles. This looks so clean, so smooth from the side. It is amazing. Absolutely amazing. You can't, and like the uglier front end of the Telluride is just kind of hidden here with this side profile. Let me know if you like these notched wheel arches here in comparison to the more actually, this isn't even a traditional wheel arch. Check this out. This is just a little too overstyled here on the the Palisade, because you have this wheel arch and then they have like this extra wheel arch on top of it. Like it's like a double fender design. This just looks so clean. The Kia looks incredible. I like the wheel designs better too. Okay, let's compare the back of these two. And the Kia has it beat here as well. I just love how vertical and clean this is. It's very Range Rover-y. Looks great. Both of them have the windshield wiper hidden. Both of them have the name of their vehicle typed out. Again, it's just the Palisade and the Hyundai logo are kind of like, you know, smashed together. I like the spacing of the Kia logo and the Telluride logo. The Kia just looks so clean from the back. So clean, and the rear bumper is completely different. Range Rover, Land Rover sort of thing we're looking at. It is awesome. So I think overall the Kia gets the nod here for design. And I said the same for their other flagships, which is the EV9 versus the Ioniq 9. I think the EV9 looks better than the Ioniq 9. The EV9 just has really cool, clean lines to it. And the Ioniq 9 is kind of swoopy, a little melty, a little rounded everywhere. Kia did an amazing job with the exterior. So Kia gets the win on the exterior over the Palisade, but that's just highly subjective. Let's go to the interior now. And this is where it is, in my opinion, more objective because it comes down to controls and interacting with the vehicle. Both of them have an elite steering wheel, meaning we have scroll wheels to interact with the screen behind the steering wheel. We have scroll wheels for volume on the steering wheel, physical buttons everywhere on both steering wheels. Do you want a squircle steering wheel or do you want a round? I prefer round steering wheels, but that's not a deal breaker to me. Also, what I found driving the Palisade hybrid is this reflective piece at the bottom of the steering wheel of the Palisade is the only blinding material I could find in the car, at least in my drive in Austin. I should be getting a V6 Palisade to drive before the end of the year for a week so I can test it with the family, so stay tuned for that. All right, let's talk about the materials. Well, materials, we're looking at top end to top end here, by the way. So materials should be competitive with each other. Now, I will say this is a little bit more cozy feeling, a little bit more furniture-like, and this is more minimal, a little bit more modern. This is mid-century modern. This is more traditional modern, as in, you guys know what I mean. But the controls on the Palisade are leaps and bounds. I can't say this right. Leaps and bounds above what we have on the Kia. Is the Kia's controls are they inherently bad? And the answer is no, they're still good. I'm happy Kia didn't decide to do what I just tested in the Sportage recently. Some of the top of the line like Sportage models, or gosh, the Kia EV6 that I've been in recently, they have that touch panel that is a combo. So you press a touch capacitive button to switch back and forth between climate control and your audio controls, and it is frustrating. They seem to listen here. They didn't go full out, oh, cool touch panel for climate control. That is obviously a combo control. So it's fumbly, it's gross, it's not good. It's not the worst I've tested though, but it can be done better. And this is better. We have a physical scroll wheel for volume. You know what's better than a scroll wheel for volume? This. The volume knob is way better than a scroll wheel. Okay. The vents. Okay. This is one of the issues I had. The vents look to be, actually, the vents are in a better spot on the Palisade because Kia decided to put their media buttons, which is like the home, the search, the map, the seek and the track. Those are touch capacitive here, while down here they're real buttons. But Kia decided to put that above the vents. And as a result, the vents look to be sitting just a hair lower than they are in the Palisade. Lower vents means poorer AC cooling performance. AC is very important to me as I live in South Florida. Ironically, today it was like 40-some degrees, but most of the time it's hot as heck. And I prefer to have my vents up high. And that's where Hyundai did a great job here. One of the things that Kia has done well here is I'm going to click on some of these images. This is better set up than the Palisade, and it's this armrest area. Now, both of them have a very similar, what do you call it? Like opening, like a fridge. That's a side-by-side fridge. You have a side-by-side opener here for your armrest, and it's not very comfortable. It's not going to be comfortable on the Telluride either. But what Kia has done seemingly pretty well here is made better use of the space available to them. I didn't have my family with me, and I already ran out of cup holders. I ran out of space because, well, while you do have a bunch of space down here on the Palisade, the Hyundai, it's hard to get to because they have this long armrest thing that's not really an armrest, kind of just sticking out. Kia has flattened theirs down, given us optional wireless chargers back here, which you can use just for a table for your other stuff if you don't want to put your phones there. But look at this space. This space not only for cup holders if you want it, okay, but, ooh, what is this? What is this? They have a different tray. Did I see that right? Let me get back to it. They have a different tray here. Oh, that's depending on maybe trim levels. That's interesting. The spring loaded is great, but I prefer this because I can circle these cup holders around and click them into place so I can have more cargo space right there for other objects other than cups. I really like this setup from Kia. Hyundai's is fine. I like having my USBs here, but it's not very configurable. I like the flexibility here of the Kia. I like the parking, the camera buttons here, downhill center control, auto brake hold right there. Where in the Hyundai, it's more on the dash. Auto brake hold is right here, for example. Now the drive modes is right here on the Hyundai. Where on the Kia, it's on the steering wheel. Let me go back. The drive modes are right here on the Kia, underneath here, as well as your terrain mode. So it doesn't really bother me which one is where. I like how both of them are physical button. Both of them have the drive control, so park, reverse, etc. here on the stock, on the column, which gives us all that space kind of in the middle that Kia does better with. All right, so both of them have a side-by-side 12-inch screen. Let's go back to it. And both of them have a really lovely dash, to be honest. The Kia is just a little bit more minimal, where the Hyundai is a little bit fatter, a little bit more cozier. So overall, oh man, it's tough. I would say overall, from a driver's perspective, the Hyundai is better because I have all these physical buttons, real volume knob instead of a scroll wheel, real buttons up here, physical buttons, higher vents. And, you know, I kind of roasted Kia for their touch panels, which they went away from here for the climate control. You know, I'm saying, Kirk, the Hyundai has a touch panel, but you know what? It's dedicated. The buttons don't move, and I don't have to flip back and forth on some of the Kias that have the integrated audio and climate touch panel. This stays the same all the time. Okay, so it's not an issue. And the rotary dial here is awesome. The rotary dial is way better than smashing the button down over and over here just to change the temperature. So aesthetically, the Kia wins. Spaciousness-wise, the Kia has a slight edge. But overall functionality, the Hyundai wins. Okay, both of them are good. Would I pick one over the other due to the interior controls? Awesome. Our chickens are giving us eggs now. It's so exciting. Cass just showed like this new, like an egg we haven't seen before. Our chickens are getting to the age of laying. And so like every day it's just, we don't know how many eggs we're getting at this point. Today we got 5 eggs. That's the most we've ever gotten. So super exciting. And that was the biggest egg I've ever seen too. That looked like a 2.2 ouncer to me. Okay. Anyways, really excited. Let's get into the interior other than the front end that I've been talking a lot about. Kia did a great job overall. Unfortunately, I don't have that many pictures of the interior of the Palisade. I'll compare when I need to, but I like the two-tone here. I like the orange and the black. It looks pretty good, very Halloween-y. Okay. No, Hyundai has different headrests. Kia has these more like futuristic minimal headrests. Like here you go. Here's the calligraphy headrest. It's pretty chunky, very plush, very luxurious. Okay, here you go. This is an idea of the seats here on the Hyundai. Ambient lighting in the door. All right, sunshades here. Does the Kia have sunshades? It looks like it. I see a little notch there. All right, to be determined though. And ingress and egress getting in and out is going to be equally impressive on both of these vehicles. Oh, do you guys like this moody lighting? I am a big fan of the black and gold. Looks awesome here on the Kia. Holy cow. All right. And here is the, the X Pro model with the all-terrain tires. Looks so cool until you see the front and it's just like, no. Gosh, it looks so good. It's so good until you see it from the front. Like, oh my gosh. Here's the thing. If I own the new Telluride, which I'm not saying I'm going to buy it, but if I was interested in it, I would find a way to get this bar wrapped to match the color of the vehicle because this does not look good. In fact, the grille behind it looks way too cheap as well. Oh man, it just looks so good. Look at that. Look at this interior. I love this kind of like recycled carbon fiber look or whatever it is, composite carbon fiber. It looks amazing. All right, last image. All right, round out of images. But I will say, as we go back to the Palisade images down below, that the back row is going to be just as accommodating. Let's go to this image again. We're going to have cup holders. You're going to have USB-Cs back there. You're going to have vents on the top. Right, look at the vent here. That's going to be same on the Telluride as well. The third row on this thing is amazing. And on the top trims, it's also slidable. And that is true on the Kia, I'm pretty sure as well, where you can slide the third row forward a few inches on one side or on both sides for more cargo space, or slide it back for more passenger space. I love that configurability on these new large 3-row crossovers from Hyundai and Kia. For example, right here, you can see all these electronic controls it's on the Limited as well as the calligraphy, and you're going to be able to get it as well in the Kia models as well, that you can fold the seats down. Now, I will say, as cool as this is, having electronic second row seats is cool. They freak me out because once you press that button, it doesn't have like a sensor when it's coming into contact with something. It keeps burying the seat into the seat in front of it. And if there's a kid there, the kid is going to get smashed by the chair because there's no sensor, at least seemingly that I noticed. Okay. It just keeps pushing itself forward until it's ran out of its programmed slide forward setting. That's just what I saw in my testing. Maybe I need to play with it more when I get a calligraphy at home, or one of these X Pros, or, you know, the top prestige model from the Kia as well. Anyways, Kia, Hyundai, they have a smash hit on their hands. They nailed the exterior and interior, I would say, on average overall between the two. They have a compelling V6 powertrain and even more compelling hybrid powertrain that's just crazy good. Will the Kia be as quiet as the Hyundai? Time will tell. I got to test it. If you guys want me to drive this vehicle, let me know in the comment. And I've never been invited to a Kia media drive. I will try to reach out to them after this video and get my name in there with Kia. I reach out to them a couple times a year. I still unfortunately have not been invited to a Kia media drive yet. I would love to drive the new Telluride and see what it's like compared to the Palisade. All right. Oh man, the front end. I just want to put, okay, it looks nicer here on this model. The X Pro is just, it's tough. It's tough for me to wrap my head around, but it looks a lot nicer here. Anyways, I will shut it down. Thank you guys for watching. Kia, are you kidding me? This is a Kia. Like, this is incredible. Regardless of Kia, Hyundai or not, like the side profile, the rear of this, the interior, they look amazing. Really, really impressive. And they drive, well, if this drives half it, it's the same vehicle, so it has to drive at 99% the same as the Palisade. Oh my gosh, it's going to be amazing. So they will continue to crush the market, possibly eat into the luxury market as well with how well these drive and how smooth and operation they are as well in their hybrid setup. So thank you guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Stay tuned for more. And like I said, if you want me to drive this, put in the comments for the media drive. I need to get to Kia media drives. They're on the list. Subaru I've never been invited to either as well. Genesis, it's been tough too. And those are all core models and core brands on my channel. And I'm still kind of the outside looking in, and that's okay. I don't need to have them on my channel for success. Obviously, I've been successful without going to media drives for those companies. Going forward, I want to have a good relationship with these companies so I can go to their media drives or reveals and bring you guys coverage of these cars firsthand. So I appreciate all your support throughout 2025. As we wind down this year, I'm just so grateful for you guys and your support here on the channel. It's been incredible. It's been an amazing year for my channel in 2025. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I know my family is equally as grateful as well. Thank you. I'll catch you in the next one, and stay tuned for more. Peace.